You can start.
No, you say most story.
Alright. So. The first day I was going to try to talk to her. I followed her out of chapel, but I was way too nervous to say anything, so I just took a left and went to class. The next day, my friend's like, well, you have to talk to her now, otherwise I'll talk to her for you. So I'm like, hey, you're Allie, I met you out the other day. Oh, bye. Then I left. And then
10 minutes later, he added me on Facebook.
She called her roommates and said, a boy messaged me and whatever else. I didn't know that at the time, but
It was a big deal. My roommates were very surprised.
yeah. So then we talked, and now I thought I was asking her on a date to the school cafeteria, and I'm like, no, I'm not asking you on a date to the Billy Graham Center. We're gonna go to Applebee's or somewhere nice. So then we went to Applebee's during finals week, and her roommates were at the top of the window looking out at us, and my roommates were at the window on the first floor looking out at us, probably yelling stuff at me and whatever else. And most of them were at our wedding.
Eight months after we started dating, I was about ready to go overseas for an internship for 2 months. I think we both were kind of at the point where we could have told each other, I love you, but Zach said it first. And we went on a walk, and then kind of around Northwestern, on the other side of the lake at a little lookout point. And we were just kind of talking, and it was starting to get sad because it was coming up, and yeah, he said, I love you, and some other nice stuff.
She said I love you back, so that's good.
Yeah. And then that's where we had our first kiss, so.
And I can't sit on this ring for very long. I'm like, I just need to do it because I have a big mouth. Once I knew a day that it worked for Allie, I called Greg up. I'm like, hey, when can I meet you to talk somewhere or whatever? And Greg called Jen about Peter Pants apparently or something like that. And she's like, this is really happening.
I should have known. Now that I look back, he was very obviously on a timetable, on a schedule.
The Interstate Park is great. It has lots of trails. Overlooks the river. I'm like, that'd be a really cool place to propose. So then I took Allie up there, and she thought we were going to a party for my mom. We walked, I don't know how far it was. A mile?
8 miles.
It wasn't 8 miles.
He was dragging me through the steps, and they're pretty steep steps. It's rock steps. If you trip and fall, you're gonna be hurt.
I wasn't trying to put you to bed.
Yeah, Zach was at least 10 feet in front of me the whole time, and I'm just looking kind of at the nature and the trees and the river and stuff. But he was on my edges. He got me there, so it was good. It worked out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to be the first to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Zach Christenson.
of them, darling. I would follow you through the night. With you I am different, a crazy sort of brave. But brave comes easy when it's right. So what should we do today? I'm dying just to hear you say. Let's run around the world, find our favorite spots. We can catch our breath on a mountain top. Our only plan is not to plan a thing. Oh, hand in hand, we'll let it happen. Just let it happen.
I can't talk about it. That, yeah, every time I think about that, I still get very emotional. My mom always jokes like, you're a daddy's girl. My dad is someone who I'd go to for advice about dumb stuff like cars or how to pay for college, or like math homework in high school or middle school. There's just kind of everything. There's a lot of things that I like even now see that I'm like that I can attribute to him, even just like personality or even my sneeze sometimes kind of like him. It was just super meaningful to have him walking down the aisle and even just have that first dance. Even though Zach and I were married and I was leaving, and I don't know, like he's just still my dad, and he'll always be there, and I don't know, I've just been blessed to look up to him for spiritual guidance and just every kind of guidance that there is. So.
Hand in hand, we'll let it happen. Just let it happen. We can catch a glimpse of the stars through the